there's a lot of changes going on, not just with like me personally, but with the industry. And so it's just going to be something we're going to have to figure out.
Which is like, do you feel like a little more prepared professionally this time? Like, like the first time around, I guess, and I don't know, maybe I'm just, speaking out, but like, did you feel like I'm not sure how I'm going to handle it? And now like this time you kind of know what you're getting yourself into professionally wise.
Honestly, I've always been one where I was like, I want to be like an amazing badass mom
Well, you
entrepreneur.
are
I
one.
want to do it all. I've always kind of had that mindset. So I never thought that I wouldn't be able to handle it. Where I get hung up and where I have anxiety is I get concerned that people are going to know that I run a successful business. I have a little girl at home. I have another little girl on the way. I don't want people to think she's too busy or she's incapable because she's growing her family. It's very, very weird because I'm very proud to be a working mom and a hustler, but
And you kill it.
thank you. I try really, really hard, but I'm afraid that people might look at me knowing that I'm pregnant, knowing that I have multiple kids, and think of me as less than capable, as someone who doesn't have other things that are, I don't want to say holding them back, because I would never think of my family that way, but from someone else's perspective, they might have that viewpoint. So I always get concerned. I was like this with Claire, and I'm like this again. It's like, I want to shout from the rooftops because I'm just so excited and so happy, but I'm also nervous because I don't want it to hurt my business in that capacity.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I know it won't, because I'm going to get it done no matter what. Like, I'm not the kind of person to not get it done.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
it's just, that's where my hang up is. I'm not concerned at all that I'm not gonna be able to figure it out, but I'm worried about other people not thinking I can figure it out. But that's my problem. I need to stop worrying what other people think.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It just goes back to that mentality, right? Like, of like, it does it really matter what anybody else says? So I have this coach, right? When I was younger, when I was playing, and it's a funny story. I was like 16, 17, and I went to this tryout with this professional team, and I trained with them, and I did like, I did amazing, right? And to the point where like, I was invited back and so on and so forth. And then one of the coaches who I knew from beforehand and I really don't like, he came up to me and told me, my mentor and my goalkeeper coach that taught me pretty much everything that I know about goalkeeping growing up. He's one of the top goalkeeper coaches in the world. And so I said something, this coach, this specific coach that was at the training, had said something along the lines of like, Zach is only coaching the U.S. national team because he knows how to play poker and knows how to talk his way into positions.
Okay.
And I looked at him and I was like, I actually, I was like 16, 17. I said, F you, I don't want to be on this team anyway. Screw you guys. Yada. It was a pro team. And I was like 16 years old. I'm like, yeah, screw you guys.
This is
I
the
don't
kind
need
of
you.
people that I want to be around. Yeah.
Right. And so I left and I was like so proud of the moment that I stood up for Zach. Right. I called Zach and he goes, how did it go? I told him, it went well. This is what happened. And I told him to, yeah, see you later. Yeah. And
the nice way.
And he goes, exactly. That was, I chose very different language. And I said, and he goes, Cyrus, are you stupid? And I was like, what? Like, I'm like sitting here like on the phone, like so proud of this moment that I stood up for you. And he's like, are you stupid? And he's like, Cyrus, and this came to me. He was like, you believe in God, right? And I said, yeah, 100% I believe in God. And he goes, God's the most powerful being, yada, yada, yada. I said, 100%. And he goes, so there are some people that don't believe in God. So what makes you think that everybody's going to agree with me? And I was like, and it kind of hit me where I was like, that's right. Like, everybody doesn't have to agree with me. I don't need to impress everybody. I just need to focus on me and do what I do best and screw everybody else.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where like that mindset was like so like ingrained in me after that moment. And it's like the same thing that you're dealing with. It's like, sometimes you just have to say, well, if there are those people that think that way about you being a super mom, like, screw them. You don't need them in your life.
Those aren't the kind of people,
negative energy.
Thankfully, we're in positions now where actually, I'm not in any position to turn away business by any means, but we can also, the people that would view me that way aren't the people that I would want to work with anyway. They're not my
100%.
people. So,
Exactly.
okay. You're right. Thank you.
Exactly.
This has been a really great therapy session.